are here at the beginning of the Swayback Bridge Trails. This will be our second adventure on this trail. The last time we did 5 miles. Let's see how far we can go today.
Rather than how far, let's see if we can go correctly the right distance and do the 4-mile trail.
No, let's do the 5.
We'll see. There's a lot of people out here on the trail today. There are several cars in the parking lot. It's rained since our last trip here, so I'm not sure how muddy it's going to be. The folks that we've seen so far appear to all be runners, and here comes one now. Hadn't considered this, but all these kids that are out running this morning must be a cross-country team from one of the high schools. This would be a good place for cross-country runners to train. This morning we started about 8 o'clock, a few minutes after, about 8:09, when we actually got down the trail and thought about the time. So we'll see how long it takes to make the trip, even if our Nike hiking app fails us again. It's probably going to take a little, maybe longer this time than last time, or at least as long. The air is really thick. Humidity's way up there, even more so than last trip. So this will be interesting. The mosquitoes are more aggressive too, even though we're wearing DEET. It's a pretty section in the woods here. Different kinds of trees, leaves scattered, dappled sunlight, damp path. Just kind of soothing. But we're starting to get into a section of the path that's going to be going uphill, so the nice smooth section is about to be over. And here we begin the roots and the rocks. Haven't heard or seen any more cross-country runners, any more people. So I guess we have the place to ourselves today. And now, since the others seem to have gone, we did see a YMCA bus flying down the highway in a 25-mile zone as we came up, but there's no sign of any YMCA'ers out here, so there must be a camp closer to the river. I wonder if that, no, it's an oak tree. The way it was crooked, I was wondering if it's sassafras there for a minute. This incline is not very steep, but it is long. So by the time you get to the top, you know you've been there. Last week when we were here, we laid down our walking sticks in the parking lot to give information to and assistance and a little bit of help and DEET to a couple from out of state who was preparing to hike, and they were totally unprepared. And after laying down our walking sticks and doing that, We became distracted and we left them. We were hoping this morning that they would still be there. Unfortunately, all people on the earth are not honest. Someone decided they needed it worse than we do. So we hope they enjoy it. There's some really nice moss right here beside the path. Got a selection of it on both sides. Pretty cool. I like that bright green. Got a glade up here. Can't tell what on the left, but it's definitely not ferns, which I would be really proud to see. Oh, we're getting near the power line right away. Oh, yeah, there's the power lines. Everybody's favorite place. Hot, wide open, sun shining, midday killer. Trying to keep my eyes open to see if I can see a sassafras tree. I thought I saw one earlier, of course, and I was wrong. I know they're in this part of the world. Just haven't seen any here. So we'll keep looking. I mentioned last time that these curves up here don't have the banking that Talladega and Daytona do. This one does. Evidently the bikers must love to come through here at a pretty good rate of speeds because they're building up a bank on the outside edge of that curve. Oh, here comes some major roots. The Lord gave us steps going down the hill. But you're on your own going up this one. No steps. Well, we came to the 2-mile post. Took a break. Got some water. Rhonda put some emergency in her water to get some electrolytes back. Here we go. I don't know if you can see this or not, but it says 2-mile hill. And there's the path. Not this one, that one. So we're getting ready to move on. Now we're going down a hill, making a curve, kind of looping down into off the hill into the dale. And then we go back up the other side of the dale to another hill. Whoa, major tree fall here. Still haven't seen any sassafras. Disappointing. Keep looking. Somebody put a marker up here for some reason. And now we've crested this little hill, getting ready to go down into another valley. I sure am glad that I made this walking stick last night. And I don't think my right knee could handle this stuff today without it. Here we go down the hill to another dell. Getting ready to go back up the next hill. And there's Rhonda behind us, She's coming on. Wow, just got a mouthful of a spider web. Here's some major tree fall here. Had to come in and cut a section out to restore the path. That was a big tree. That thing's about 3 feet in diameter. Goes on for a while. Still no sassafras. You know, sassafras is a hardwood, and it's fairly easy to tell because it's got 3 different kind of leaf shapes. It has kind of a
mitten,
teardrop shape, and well, yeah, it's got a mitten, but it's got that. It's got 3 lobes, and then it's got a single lobe. And if you cut it, it smells like root beer. But I don't see any, unfortunately. It's also good to take a piece of the inner bark and chew it. It's refreshing. So we'll keep looking. Well, Rhonda says she's up for the 5 mile. She did give me permission to go to the car and wait for her. Poor, decrepit, aged me. But I need the building up just as much as she does. So I'll truck right on with her. Plus, we're a team. You don't separate a team. So on we go. Well, we're in a relatively flat area, headed toward the car. Nice and padded with pine needles. And I think I've been depending on this walking stick too much today. Trying to keep from tiring my knee out. But I think by doing so, I'm also not helping it. So I'm going to go this last stretch, I think, since it's not hilly, it's not rocky, it's not filled with roots all over the place. It's not downhill to a great degree. I think I want to do it without the stick. So that leg gets a workout also. Kind of late, but better late than never. Shouldn't be long till we complete that 5 mile stretch. We've done about close to 4.5, so we shouldn't be far. So we'll see you at the home stretch. Right here near the end of the hike is a neat little swamp. Got some pretty reflections in the water. Cypress trees. All kinds of vegetation. Water's down a little bit from when it rained recently, but it's still got plenty there. Don't see any wildlife other than bugs. Well, we got finished. 2 hours, 2 seconds, 5 miles. Heat index 97 degrees. Big time humidity. So we're better off than we were. We feel better. We're not as depleted, probably not as tired, probably about as pitiful though, but it was a good exercise.